Okay, so here we are with the third week of the summer holidays, and so pretty much halfway through the summer holidays now, and it's the sixth video. Now, this one here is all about factorizing. Now, as soon as you see the word factorize, it's synonymous with brackets. So synonymous means as soon as you see the word factorize, it links with you immediately think of another word. So what I want you to sort of try and commit to memory is factorize or factorizing equals brackets. So as soon as you see the word factorize, it means put it into brackets. So what we've got here is we're going to put this into brackets. Now also factorize means that we're going to take out a factor. Now a factor is something that appears in or that goes into both parts or all the parts. So here we've got to find something that goes into 2x and also into 10. So sometimes it's a letter, sometimes it's a number, sometimes it's both. And we'll have a look at all those different examples. But here we've got 2x plus 10. Now the number 2 goes into both of them. So now, what do we multiply 2 by to get 2x? So 2, so it's exactly the opposite of our last video. So where we was multiplying out the brackets last time, this time we're putting it into brackets. So 2 times this makes 2x. So 2 times x is 2x. And then 2 times this makes 10. So that's going to be 5. And the sign in the middle is a plus. So the answer is simply 2x plus 5. Okay, so have a look at the next one. So again, we're going to factorize this thing here. So we're going to put it into brackets. And we're going to find something that goes into 18, or 18x, and also into 9. Now, I can see that 3 goes into both of them. But if I put 3 outside, I wouldn't get the correct answer. And that's because when we factorize, we need to find the biggest thing that goes into both these things. So the biggest one, it just takes a little bit of time to look through it and maybe think 9 is the biggest thing that goes into 18x and also into 9. So 9 times something makes 18x. So 9 times 2x makes 18x. Then 9 times something is 9, and that is 1. And there's a plus sign in between it. So the answer is going to be 9 bracket 2x plus 1. And that's how we do factorizing. Okay, feel free if you need to pause that, rewind it, go over it again. That's absolutely fine. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to factorize these questions. So this one's a little bit different because there's not a number that goes into both these things here, but there is a letter. And we can see that x goes into both of them. So we're going to take the x outside. So again, the whole thing with factorizing, you've got to find something that goes into both parts. So x times something makes x squared. And a lot of people mistakenly put the answer 2, but it's not. X times 2 is 2x. But x times x makes x squared. So x times x is x squared, then x times the next thing is going to be 4x. So it's going to be 4. And again, just like beforehand, there's a plus sign there. So the answer is x bracket x plus 4. Now, just like the last question, or sorry, the question for this one here, so hang on. This question here, we could see that 3 goes into both of them, but there's also a bigger number, 9, that goes into both of them. In exactly the same way here, we know that x goes into both of them, but an x squared is the biggest thing that goes into both of them. Because here, even though it's not strictly true, we've got like 2 x's here, we've got x to the power of 2. And here, if we've got 3 x's, or x to the power of 3, there's 2 x's that can go in that one. So there's 2 x's here, and there's 2 x's here. Now, strictly speaking, mathematically, it's not the best way to explain it, but it sort of helps people to understand. Now, there's, because there's an x squared, there's 2 x's there. Because there's an x cubed, there's 3 x's there. So here, there's at least 2 x in both of them. So now, what do we multiply x squared by to get x cubed? And that, we need to have one more x there. So that's going to be x, or x to the power of 1. Now, what do we multiply x squared by to get 2x squared? Well, we don't need any more x's because we've already got an x squared, but we do need this number 2. So x squared times 2 makes a 2x squared. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing again, except this will be a 2-mark question. Now, as soon as you see it being worth 2 marks, it means there's more than one thing that you can take outside the brackets. And a lot of the time what they'll say is factorize fully, or fully factorize. Now, as soon as it uses the word fully, it means there's more than one thing to take outside. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it into brackets. And we can see that there's a number that goes into both 10 and 25, and that's 5. But also, there's an x in here and there's an x in here, so we can take an x outside as well. So what do we multiply 5x by to get 10x squared? So if we multiply 5 by 2 to get the 10, but if we multiply 5x by 2, we're just going to get 10x and not 10x squared. So we need to have another x there to make it x squared, or to give us 2 of those x's. Now, 5x times by something makes 25x. So let's stick the plus sign there because there's a plus sign there. So 5 times 5 makes 25. But we don't need any more x's. If we put an x here, 5x times 5x would be 25x squared. But if we have a look at the question, it's just 25x that we need. So we don't have that there. So the answer is simply 5x bracket 2x plus 5. Okay, let's have a look at the next one down here. So we find the biggest number that goes into both of them, and that's going to be 5 again. And again, there's an x in here, there's 3 x's here and there's 1 x here, so there's at least 1 x that goes into both of them. So then what do we multiply 5x by to get 10x cubed? So the number is going to be 2 to make 10, 5 times 2 is 10, but we want x cubed. So at the moment we've only got 1 x here, and we need to have x cubed, so we need to have 3 of them. So we need to have 2 more, so that's going to be 2x squared. Then, unlike any of the other questions so far, there's a minus sign now, so there's got to be a minus sign there. And then 5x times something makes 35x, so that's going to be 7. But again, we don't put a 7x because 5x times 7 is 35x, but 5x times 7x would be 35x squared. I hope that's clear. And again, if it's not that clear, leave a comment in the box below and I'll try and answer them. Okay, so now it's your turn. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions to do here, and if I just give you enough time just to pause the video and have a go at them, and then what I'll do now is I'll go through the answers. So the biggest number that goes into this first one here is 6. So we're going to take a 6 outside, so 6 lots of 2x plus 3, because 6 lots of 2x is 12x, 6 lots of 3 is 18. Okay, the next one, the biggest number that goes into 8 and 24 is 8. So we're going to take 8 outside the brackets. It's going to be x plus 3, because 8 times x is 8x, 8 times 3 is 24. Okay, next one. There's no number that goes into both of them, but there is a letter x. So I'm going to take the x outside. So x times x is x squared. X times 13 is going to be 13x. So it's going to be x bracket x plus 13. This question here, there's no number that goes into both of them. So we're going to take an x outside again. So x times 5 will just give me 5x, but I want it to be 5x squared, so I'm going to have another x in there to make it 2 x's. So x times 5x is 5x squared, minus x times 4 is 4x, or minus 4x. So that's it. Okay, question 5. Now the biggest number that goes into both of them here is 3. There's also an x in both things, so I'm going to take 3x outside the brackets. Now 3 times 7 is going to give me 21, but 3x times 7 is only 21x. I want it, again, 21x squared. So it's going to be 3x times 7x. Next is 3x times something makes 6x, and that's just 2. Again, you don't put another x there, because otherwise that would make an x squared. Next question, and final question, we've got 6 that goes into both, and that's the biggest number. And we've also got an x there, so we're going to take 6x outside. And 6x times 4 would be 24x, but we want 24x squared. So we put another x there. So 6x times 4x, 24x squared, plus 6 times 5 is 30. So 6x times 5 is going to be 30x. And that's it. Again, thank you so much for watching this. I know it's a slightly longer video, but if you could still like, share, and subscribe, I'd be eternally grateful. Thanks a lot.